You want to say anything to anybody?
Hello.
Okay, folks. Well, let me know if you are interested in the food of Mexico, and I'll try to remember to film different foods that I'm eating. Does anybody have any favorite Mexican foods they'd like to see how it's prepared here? All right, have a great day. And there's even entertainment. This is Into the Wild, I believe. Saw this a long time ago. Very sad movie. So this market here, this market I'm at here, there's two markets fairly close to each other, about a mile apart. And so I go to these two markets most frequently. This one, I usually get huevos mexicana, which is scrambled eggs with peppers and onions and tomatoes and black beans and corn tortillas, and what else do they serve? Yeah, I think that's it. And then usually includes a coffee, and I pay like 55 pesos. Today I'm going to get the enchiladas. Gracias. Today I'm going to get the enchiladas, the chicken enchilada with a mole sauce. A mole sauce. There's different types of moles. There's green, there's red, there's brown, and the brown is usually chocolate based, and so that's what I'm going to get. And gracias. So you'll see, this is the agua del dia at this place. It's usually just the fond is. I mean, I like this place, but you have to know what you're getting. And this is the lower end, right? This is the working class restaurant. This is not gourmet. This is quick and easy. And the other market I go to, I get the consommé de pollo, and that is also a restaurant inside a market. But it tends to be, yes, different markets are not all the same. The prices are higher at the other market, but I'd say the presentation of the food is better as well. Here, they just slap it on a plate and throw it in front of you. At that other place, there tends to be some presentation. And then if you go up to a restaurant, you'll start getting many different selections. It's funny, I saw this video. It was an AI-generated video. It was supposed to be RFK talking. He's talking about Mexican food, and he's like, hey, let's face it, Mexican food, it's all tacos. You know, it's a taco with a different name. He's like, it's like if we took a hamburger and turned it upside down and called it a new name. If I have that video, I'll slap in the clip. It's hilarious. So. All right, so I'll just show some of the different foods. And they are very similar. You know, an enchilada, emolada, empanada. I mean, you start getting into the different names, and if you eat it, you'll find that it tastes very similar, especially if it's using the same sauces.
Respectfully, who gives a shit about Mexican food? Sure, it tastes good, but every dish is the exact same thing. Everything is a taco, but they call it different things. It's bullshit. If I served a burger to you upside down, it's still a burger. Okay, it doesn't become a salad. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Someone else has had to have picked up on this as well, right?
Okay, so this is some enchiladas topped with chicken, some queso, which is cheese, and then the mole sauce. And there's some crema in there as well. So this is a very basic meal in Mexico. It's not sure how nutritious it is, but it will fill me up for a few hours. You know, to get vegetables in a place like this, they'll throw maybe vegetables in the consomme in the soup. And then if you want tortillas, they'll bring tortillas. Normally they don't serve tortillas. I think they gave me the tortillas because they probably thought I was getting eggs. Because I'll eat the tortillas with the eggs, but I will not eat tortillas with this because it already has tortillas. Okay, so I just cut it down the middle. So you see, it's just a tortilla, man. Tortilla underneath a bunch of sauce and cheese, and it's tasty, but not so nutritious. Now, if you get to Mexico, you definitely want to try all the different moles. And mole, it's like it's a sauce. Different sauces. There's red, green, brown, like I said. And it can be picante, spicy, or sin picante without spice. This one, theirs is a little spicy, so it has a little bit of a bite. In Oaxaca, they'll have all different kinds as well. Oaxaca is where I first had my mole that uses a chocolate sauce, and theirs was a sweeter one. But it definitely tastes brown, like it has that, not burnt, but it has a deep flavor associated with it. Once you try it, you'll know what I mean. And then the cream and the cheese tends to help offset the burning flavor of the picante, and it adds a creamier taste. So it mixes well with the chocolate sauce and the chicken. So Mexicans, and I say this with all due respect when I say this, but most Mexicans I know, they tend to stay within a certain range of foods. They're not out exploring international foods. We can get into that another time. But, tacos dorados, emolados, enchiladas, carne asada, pechugas, chicken, and, the milanesa, it's the piece of chicken that's in a breaded patty. And on Menu del Dia, they'll typically serve an opening, which is a soup of the day, or the consomme, same thing, and rice and spaghetti, and then the main meal. And a lot of places will serve a dessert as well, which is usually like a jello or something very basic, and an agua del dia. And that can range from place to place. Some places will give you coffee or... Okay, well, I started eating before I forgot I didn't take a video of it. So these are huevos mexicana, or basically scrambled eggs with tomato and onion. If you want it spicy, they put jalapeno peppers in. I tell them sin picante without. I also have avocado, the black beans, and corn tortillas. And then I just make a little burrito out of it and eat it with a cup of coffee. Pretty basic, pretty simple, nutritious, and holds you for many hours. Okay, so this is picadillo. I've had this before. It's beef, and they mix it in with corn or carrots, and they usually serve this on a tortilla as well. I'll have to get more photos of that. That's muy bonita. Okay, and now we're to the panaderia, and I just checked to see if they make boudin. But if you go to a panaderia, man, you get there at the right time, get all sorts of goodies, man, from muffins to cookies, different types of breads, empanadas, yeah. All of this stuff is good with a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, some warm drink. Budín de pastelería?
Crema pastelera.
Crema pastabera. Gracias. Yeah, I try not to eat this stuff. I make the exception for the boudin. This is like a form of an empanada, but this one's probably empty, but it's fantastic when they fill them with like straw. They'll still fill it with fruit, like piña or fresa. They'll even do creams like meringues. And they'll even put meats and cheeses in them sometimes. There's actually just white bread down there. Okay. There you go. But they don't have the boudin. Live long and prosper.